Hi everybody, it's Jenny with Lemon Balm Massage and Wellness. Today I wanted to talk about steam inhalations using essential oils to help you when you're having sinus congestion. So this is one I learned when I took my essential oils class many years ago, and I've used with my husband and my children, although I would not recommend, this is good for most adults, but I would not recommend it for children under the ages of 8 to 6, depending on how well they communicate and because the steam is really, it can be hot, and they might not be comfortable with the oils. So usually a little bit older children versus smaller ones, but it's really simple. What you're gonna do is I have a bowl here where I filled it up halfway to 2/3 with water. I stuck it in my microwave for 3 to 4 minutes. You can see that it's steaming really well. You wanna test that steam. If you put your hand over it and your hand feels comfortable, then your face is probably going to be okay. But if it's too hot for your hand within 4 to 6 inches of the water, then it's going to be too hot for your face. And it's so if it gets too hot, just give it a minute or two, and it'll cool. The steam, it'll steam off and start cooling down to room temperature. But what you're going to do is I only put 3 or 4 drops of essential oil into my bowl of steaming water for a steam inhalation specifically, because we're going to take a towel and put it over the bowl and over your head, and those volatile oils will they're going to go up into your sinuses. They'll be good for your skin, but you don't want to do so much that you burn the delicate tissues inside, either in your in your nose or your mouth or your face or your eyes. So that's why I say 3 to 4 drops. My favorite oils to use when we have sinus congestion in the house are lavender. This one's good for everybody. Lavender is the most amazing oil, in my opinion. It is the most flexible, most versatile. It does all the jobs. Some other oils do the same jobs better because they're really focused on that, but lavender, if I could only have one oil in my house, I would have lavender oil. So you can do 3 to 4 drops of lavender oil. We also really like tea tree, especially if you're feeling like your sinuses might be headed towards a sinus infection. Tea tree is a really good disinfectant. Like, it likes to get in there and kill the bacteria and help your tissues feel really well. It is a little bit drying, so that's something to note too. And then lemon is so good for your respiratory system, and so I like to use that one. I did not grab those oils, but I love eucalyptus. Is really fantastic when you're feeling especially chest congested. I would choose lemon and tea tree if it was more sinus. I would choose eucalyptus if I was more chest congested, and I would choose lavender for anything. And one of the last ones is cedarwood oil, essential oil. That one is a fantastic sinus congestion buster. So any of those, you can do 3 to 4 oils, or you can combine. Like, I love a 1 drop of lemon, 2 drops of tea tree blend, and then I put the towel over my head and breathe. And so that brings us to the next point. Once you've got your oils in your water, you're gonna sit down and take a towel and put it, I've got it right here in front of my bowl, but I'm gonna pull it up over my head. And the nice thing is that there's openings on either side. So if it's not comfortable, you can try to trap all that steam if it's comfortable and you're not feeling like you're burning your face. Or you can let a little air ventilation. When my children were smaller, closer to 8 years old, we would have them just partially cover their head with the steam because they liked having the fresh air in, and at least I knew they were still getting some air. And while you're under that towel, if you can breathe through your nose in and breathe through your nose out, especially if you're working on sinus congestion. If it's not possible to breathe through your nose because you're so congested, you just do the best you can, right? You can breathe through your mouth in and out through your nose if that's possible. And it's fine if some of that congestion matter drips into the bowl. It's all going to go down the sink anyway, so who cares? But I would put the towel over my head for 3 to 8 minutes, depending on what your tolerance is. So enough length, like with my kids, they would do 2 songs, right? We would start 2 of their favorite songs, and they would steam like that. And then when the songs were done, they knew they were done. If it was me, I would start an audiobook with a timer and just listen to my audiobook and put the towel over my head and breathe. And I do tend to place my face right over the bowl. That's not necessary. If that's not a comfortable position for your neck or body, you can always bring your bowl to the edge and just drape so that you can maintain a good posture. So I hope that you find this helpful. And if you have any questions, please let me know. And when you're done, just pour it down the drain. The oils won't hurt anything in your, pipes or your garbage disposal or any of that. So I hope that you have a fantastic day and that this is helpful to you if you're struggling with congestion or a cold or anything else. Sometimes it's nice to just breathe something warm, steamy air and you don't feel like getting into the shower and doing that whole rigmarole. So we'll talk to you later. Thanks. Bye.